what I believe, like many since years, since centuries, that Vidya is the most ultimate wealth which we have.
True.
So Vidya was the most respected name which we use for years, right? So Vidya Vaibhav means the knowledge is the ultimate wealth. With this vision, we have taken it forward. And there is another aspect related to Vidya. Vidya Dadati Vinayam. So Vidya Dadati Vinayam means more you share your knowledge, more you share your education, it makes you more humble. ये आपको नम्र बनाते हैं. So that is the basic agenda of conceiving the new concept of Vidya Vaibhav Educational Conclave and Awards.
Right.
So we are having that mindset, that vision to blend the best of the modern technology, modern education, preserving our Indian values in education. So our aim, our focus is to blend it so beautifully that we are not lacking behind as per the modern education practices are concerned, but we are keeping our values intact. I have observed after attending many conclaves and seminars and educational conferences, that more or less 70% topics are same.
Correct.
Right? So when the participant come to any conclave or conference, he or she realizes, "Arey, it's the same topic again."
True.
Yeah. The only thing is that you have wrapped that thing in a different package. Yes.
Right.
So it's the same wine in the different bottle. So first of all, we wanted to break that monotony.
Okay.
Right? So we have come up with different type of sessions with different areas of education. When I decided to start Vidya Vaibhav Educational Conclave Awards, I was very much clear since first day that yes, of course, I will be facing number of challenges.
You are watching the Raj Smriti Show, and today we have with us Mr. Shrutidhara Arya, straight from Jaipur. He is the chairperson of Vidya Vaibhav International Educational Conclave and Awards. Welcome to the show, Shruti. To begin with, we are in an era wherein we have number of educational conclaves going, awards going. So, why this conclave and award function that you have taken the initiative to start, not just locally, but in years to come, nationally, globally, you will be doing it. And why the name Vidya Vaibhav?
Thanks Smriti for inviting me, and I understand your concern because I also observe that every week there is one educational conclave across the country. Right, and more educators are participating in these conclaves. First, I'll tell you about why Vidya Vaibhav.
Right.
Vidya is one of the word being used in our culture and in our Hindu mythology since years. Vidya means education. Right. Vidya means knowledge.
And we have our Vidya ki Devi, Ma Saraswati.
Yes, Saraswati is considered as the goddess of Vidya. And what I believe, like many since years, since centuries, that Vidya is the most ultimate wealth which we have.
True.
So Vidya was the most respected name which we use for years, right? So Vidya Vaibhav means the knowledge is the ultimate wealth. With this vision, we have taken it forward. And there is another aspect related to Vidya. Vidya Dadati Vinayam. So Vidya Dadati Vinayam means more you share your knowledge, more you share your education, it makes you more humble. ये आपको नम्र बनाते हैं. So that is the basic agenda of conceiving the new concept of Vidya Vaibhav Educational Conclave and Awards.
Lovely. And जैसे कि आपने बताया, विद्या हम स्कूल को हिंदी में विद्यालय ही कहते हैं.
Yes.
So that is something going back to our
Yes.
roots and reviving our old ancient culture.
Yes.
And as you also said that, education is the most powerful tool.
Yes.
If we have to change the world, you can have AI, you can have n number of technology, but if at the grassroots level, this education is not seeping in, we cannot have any change or any transformation either at the individual level or at the state level or the country level. So coming to the vision and mission of Vidya Vaibhav, what is it that you have in mind?
See, Vidya Vaibhav Educational Conclave and Awards, as I already described, what is the significance of Vidya Vaibhav.
Right.
So we are having that mindset, that vision to blend the best of the modern technology, modern education, preserving our Indian values in education.
Okay.
So our aim, our focus is to blend it so beautifully that we are not lacking behind as per the modern education practices are concerned,
Right.
but we are keeping our values intact in the education, right? And I have seen the same thing in a number of schools I am visiting across in Japan also. I was there.
You were also in Finland.
Yeah, I was there in Finland. I have seen schools in Britain, UK. Every education system has their pros and cons.
True.
And I don't believe that we should blindly follow these education systems, anyone's systems. You have to take one of the best thing which suits our education system, and we can perfectly blend it. We can learn the self-reliance from Japan, because in Japanese schools there is no peon, there is no sweeper. All the students, they do themselves.
Right from the beginning, they are taught to clean their classroom, the toilets and everything.
And we can learn the discipline.
Right.
We can learn the hygiene. So your home shoes are not allowed inside the schools.
Wow.
Everybody has to remove their shoes. There is a hall where you have the shoe racks. Everybody removes their shoes and they wear the school chappal and they go inside. So we can pick that particular thing. Similarly, from Finland education system, what we can pick is to become the self-reliant since starting, right? They learn even the carpentry, they learn the electrician course. Of course, they also learn about the robotics, which is the latest. But they learn each and everything so that they can be independent. If there is nothing, they can become electrician, they can become carpenter. So everything is mandatory for them, for every school student. So with that idea in mind, we conceived Vidya Vaibhav Educational Conclave and Awards. And there is another reason why we wanted to start the Vidya Vaibhav Educational Conclave, because you must be wondering ki there are already so many conclaves are happening. How means why you are
how is it unique? What is your unique selling proposition? There is also awards, lot of awards happening, and we know the dark reality as well, that awards are being sold. So when we hear such kind of conclave and award, the first thing that comes in mind is that, okay, we have to pay money and we'll get an award. So how is it different from the existing award functions?
Smriti, first of all, we are not promoting Vidya Vaibhav brand as the award brand. Okay. Award is the secondary thing. First is Vidya Vaibhav. We want to make Vidya Vaibhav as one platform where everything and anything related to education can be discussed, can be addressed. All the issues related to education can be addressed, and we can reach to some solutions.
Right.
So the first most important thing about Vidya Vaibhav Educational Conclave and Awards is that we are adopting solutions-driven approach.
Okay.
Right? So we are not just addressing the issues, but then we are coming out the vision document with the takeaways, with the proper flow chart of implementation. Okay, we discussed, and this is the outcome. So the speakers are of that category, they can suggest you the solution so that you can implement in your schools, in your teaching system, in your disciplinary systems in number of ways.
Right. So in a way, it's a kind of a brainstorming session, I would say, wherein speakers come with some insights and they tell you something, and you as an individual or as an educator or a school principal can brainstorm with him or her your existing issues, and maybe, as you are saying, that a vision document would be created that can be implemented. Say, like you said, that, from Japan we can implement use of slippers in school, or from Finland something can be implemented. There are many traditional practices that we in India also need to challenge or, question, like use of uniforms. When we don't have a given uniform life, we don't live a uniform life at any given point of time. So the whole idea of students wearing uniform, being treated as wearing uniform, but then, at the end of the day, life is not going to treat anyone uniformly. Each will have its own journey. So do you think these kind of challenges and practices would be discussed and brainstormed in your conclave, and some concrete decision can happen?
When I decided to start Vidya Vaibhav Educational Conclave Awards, I was very much clear since first day that yes, of course, I will be facing number of challenges. Mm-hmm. So with that thing in my mind, but I always had confidence that if you do things in a planned manner, in a very systematic manner, and with the proposition which is different than others, you are offering something out of box, mm-hmm. you will be successful in years to come. But yes, you have to do the hard work, you have to do the smart work with proper planning. So that is one aspect. Now you mentioned about the sessions. So with the sessions, we had number of different perspectives. First of all, I have observed after attending many conclaves and seminars and educational conferences, that more or less 70% topics are same.
Correct.
Right? Mm-hmm. So when the participant come to any conclave or conference, he or she realizes, it's the same topic again.
True.
Yeah. The only thing is that you have wrapped that thing in a different
package.
Package, yes.
Right.
So it's the same wine in the different bottle. Mm-hmm. So first of all, we wanted to break that monotony.
Okay.
Right. So we have come up with different type of sessions with different areas of education, mm-hmm. to target different areas of education. For example, we'll be discussing about startups and innovation at the schools. Mm-hmm. That is something very, very important. True. We will be discussing internationalism, mm-hmm. The right way of internationalism we will be discussing. We will be also discussing technological integration in education. Okay. We will be also discussing the blend of international education system with the Indian education system. And it's not only one way of organizing the session. It's not only that one keynote speaker will come, he will speak blah, 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 and then everybody will clap and then you go back home, right? It's not. So some of the sessions will be having the brainstorming among all the panelists, and then there will be participation of participations as well. There will be training programs. There will be, for example, there is another topic where we'll address the issue of consistent training of teachers and faculty, right? Mm-hmm. They must have done B.Ed and M.Ed, but whenever they have done B.Ed or whatever the course they have done 15, 20 years back. But now the education system has moved forward. Mm-hmm. So you have to update yourself. You have to upgrade yourself. Yes. That's the reason consistent training is required. Consistent upliftment is required. Okay. So with that thing in mind, we have designed the conclaves. We have designed the sessions of the conclave. And as I have already conveyed, after every session, we'll be having a takeaway flow chart. Mm-hmm. And it will be given in a printed format, as well as the participants can download after scanning the QR code, mm-hmm. right? So we have made a special team. Okay. Yeah.
So you're using technology, and as much as I can understand, it's a platform wherein educators can discuss their problems, find solution through your reputed speakers or through people who have, spent decades in the industry. But how do you hope to survive in this challenging atmosphere? Because it's not a new thing, even though you might call it a startup because it's a new venture that you are beginning. But it's already happening across the country and across the globe. So given the challenges, and if I may say so, you are a serial entrepreneur when it comes to education. You take students for study abroad, you take educators for educational visits, and you do n number of things. You have your robotics thing in place. So you have been doing so many things, trying to promote the cause of education while embracing technology and, connecting it with the roots. So given that perspective and having 3-4 businesses already in place, how do you think you'll be able to do justice to this one? And what about the challenges you're going to face?
See, a very important and valid question you have asked, Smriti. So, my take is you can consider me as the cricketer of education fraternity, right? If I can play test matches, I can play one-day matches also, and I can play T20 also.
Lovely.
And in future, you might have a T10 also. Who knows, right? So, but it is not necessary that if I have performed well in test matches, I will also perform good in T20.
Correct.
Or vice versa,
Yeah.
right? So, of course, I have seen that number of things which I started, we were successful in few and we faced number of challenges, but that is the consistent part of your journey. Sometimes you fail, then you get up, So you have to be, you have to play like Virat Kohli. Today you are not performing, but you have to believe that tomorrow you will come back and you will do the needful. So for that, you have to have the proper planning. You have to have proper diet in terms of education fraternity. You have to have that kind of knowledge. You need to grasp the things from the industry, from the experts and stalwarts of education. So you have to be open for that. And second is that it's Vidya Vaibhav Educational Conclave is not just Shrutidhara Arya. It's a team of 45 educators who have come with me for this journey of Vidya Vaibhav. And none is paid. And these educators are stalwarts of education. For example, our patron, Sri Pramod Sharma, is having experience of 53 years in education. But we are doing the things in a very democratic manner.
Right.
So it's not only Shrutidhara Arya who is deciding the thing, it's a team. So we all conveners and executive directors and advisory board members, we come together on Zoom meeting every second week. We discuss in different aspects about the sessions, about the registration process, about the school awards and about individual awards, and then we decide. Right. So everyone, they think that, okay, I am also part of it. It's not, they are just kind of, So that is the idea behind this.
So coming to Udaipur, since you have already done Kolkata and you have your learnings in place and it was a successful event, what is it that Udaipur has in store and why should educators from across the country and even internationally register for this conclave?
So, of course, the Kolkata conclave was only for the educators of eastern part of India.
Okay.
So, as when we were conceiving this idea, we decided, okay, every 6 months we'll be having a regional conclave and once in 2 years we'll be having one international or national conclave. So, after the success of Kolkata conclave, we decided to have the international conclave because we met few educators from Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Nepal and Middle East. So, they encouraged us to, you can have, your next session can be, next conclave can be the international conclave. So, that was the main thing. And second thing is that we thought of Rajasthan is our state. So I wanted to have at some place which attracts the educators from across the world, not only from India. And Udaipur is such a place which offers so much of beauty, so much of history, tradition, luxury. Yes, luxury, because, you know, the best 17 hotel out of 50 hotels in India are in Udaipur, in the single city. And we are organizing one of that conference in one of the hotel, which is so environment friendly, because for educators, we also have our commitment to environment. So that location, that venue has over 1 lakh trees at one place.
Okay.
So that is another reason to have conference there. And now Udaipur is also improving that air connectivity. But instead of 1 day, now it is 2 days session, and we have shortlisted 8 different sessions as per the topics are concerned. Besides, there will be one keynote session will be there. Then we'll be having recognitions.
So, how do people who want to be part of this conclave get to know about it, or where should they log in and register to have more details about this conclave?
So we did launch our website in the month of December, but because now we are doing it in a bigger way, so our new website is going to be in place by next week. So of course that is one place, but yes, we have all our presence very much on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and we are posting different type of informations about the nomination process, registration process, about the speakers, about the sessions, about school awards, about the individual awards, about the team. So everything is regularly updated on our social media, so anybody can come to know. And then we have different WhatsApp groups, and we'll be also going city to city to inform. Yes, yesterday we were in Lucknow, your city of Nawabs, and we had gathering of around 30 plus principals. They were not aware about Vidya Vaibhav. So it's our moral responsibility to tell them how Vidya Vaibhav is different.
Right.
So we are going city to city. In coming 1 month, we'll be covering 7-8 cities. And we have invited all the educators to come and discuss. So that is the one way we are reaching out to the educators across the country.
So coming to the last part of the conclave, which is the awards, which may be underrated, overrated, or whatever we can say, but as much as we all see the black marketing of awards, yet getting an award feels good. It's a feel good factor, and if you're genuinely awarded, you really get motivated, and it fills you with this desire to perform more, better, and give back to the world. So what are the different categories of awards that you have which people can apply? And as much as I know, there's no payment for these awards, and there's no mandate to attend the conclave also. You can send in your nominations or your school nominations. So just give us an insight about the whole award thing that you're having.
So you're Smriti, absolutely right that at Vidya Vaibhav, the awards are not for purchase.
Okay.
And you were talking about the motivation after getting the award. There are 2 different type of motivation. One is the greed to have the award. So that is happening.
Yeah.
Okay, and every week I receive one or other call or messages that you come as a guest and you pay this much, or we'll be award you. And I have not done any research work, but a number of fake universities are ready to give me doctorate.
Yeah.
So if the doctorate was a purchase, Kathy, you will feel good. Your name will have
Doctor.
prefix of doctor. I don't deserve to be that. I don't need that prefix of doctor. So keeping all these things in mind, and I talked to myself and told myself that whatever happens, we will not have any price tag to the awards, right?
Okay.
And so with a very strong conviction and conscious approach, and after talking to all the wonderful co-visionaries, so I call my team of board of advisors and executive directors and conveners as co-visionaries, because we are thinking alike. We are going together in one direction. So we all decided that our awards will not be for purchase, and there will be a independent jury which is mix of school education system, who have been in school education since years, and few people who are from indirect education areas. So they will form a jury, and that jury will decide based on the criteria we all have decided.
Right.
So we have two different categories of awards. One is for the schools and one is for individuals. So in our Udaipur conclave, we have 8 different categories for the school awards.
Okay.
And what we have done, which is a little different, that our school awards are having very strong synergy with our sessions.
Okay.
For example, we have session on internationalism, so we also have awards on internationalism.
Right.
We have award on startups and innovation at schools, so we have session on that also. Right. So similarly, so that is one approach, and every award will have 3 subcategories of awards: winner, runner-up, and all. But every participant who has contributed in that category also deserves some recognition. So every participant, every nominated school will also get the certificate. And if you're not coming to the conclave, no problem. We'll courier it.
Okay.
If you have won, and we are not aware that who is going to win, but
the jury
if you are
will
selected,
decide
jury
that.
will select. And if you are proud winner of one of the award, we'll courier the trophy and certificate. Or if possible, we don't commit, but if possible, come to your school and give award to you. Right.
Yeah.
So that is one thing as far the school awards are concerned. Similarly, we have individual awards, and some of the recognitions are very unique. We'll be also awarding the best sports coaches also. We'll be also awarding those individuals who have done something very significant as per the wellness is concerned, or
mental health is concerned.
Mental health is concerned. So number of different categories are there, and we have curated all these categories with lots of brainstorming and all. So school awards, we got very good response. Around 70 plus applications are already there.
Oh, wow.
And school awards we should launch in a couple of days, and we are expecting a good response. So we'll be having nominations as per the awards are concerned. And but yes, if you want to come and participate in conclave and wants to receive the award through the respected chief guest or keynote speakers, of course you have to register as a delegate. And because we are very transparent as per the organizing the conclave is also concerned, you have to just pay the expenses which is being incurred for organizing the thing. That includes the accommodation, meals. Before we conclude, I just want to add a couple of more things, that we have packaged this Udaipur conclave in such a way that we have lots of learning. There are different learning avenues are there. We have some of the best speakers, some of the best of chief guests and guest of honors. For example, one of the chief guest is Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, because we have one session on Olympians at a school. So he himself was Olympian. He has won silver medal in Athens Olympic. And currently he is the Cabinet Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs in Government of Rajasthan. So I realized, we realized that there is no better speaker than him on this particular topic. So we have very relevant kind of speakers, sessions, interactive sessions, brainstorming, and best of the food. Rajasthan is known for that. And we have both the evenings are packed with cultural programs. We have spread our awards in 2 days. So because our awards are not at the cost of sessions, so we have spread the awards in 2 days, and 2 evenings with one will be with Rajasthani music and folk dances and Rajasthani food, of course, and then second will be a surprise. We'll be also taking most of the delegates to Nathdwara, because it is next to Udaipur is next to Nathdwara, so for darshan, and of course they also want to explore Udaipur city. So we have so many offerings, and so I request educators to come Udaipur at Vidya Vaibhav International Educational Conclave and Awards, not for just accepting the awards, but the kind of takeaway from the conference, because it will be properly documented, scripted, and that vision document will be shared with every one of you. And look forward to welcome all of you at Udaipur.
So I think you're all set for your coming conclave, which is in August 20 to 22nd in Udaipur, and registrations are going on in full swing. So here's wishing.
Swing is slow, but yeah, I know it will. With the time, it will take the speed.
Good things take some time, but I think the way you have approached it, and the kind of online and offline events you are doing, the kind of marketing you are going with, and the vision and the mission that you have, which is to transform the education sector, which is to help educators brainstorm and to implement things at the ground level. Mostly abhi kya hota hai conclaves mein ki you go, you discuss, you have a good time, you have pictures, you have fun, and you go back and you forget. That implementation is lacking. So I'm sure in your conclave, that is one thing that will start happening, and changes will be seen at the grassroots level. So here's wishing you the best for this conclave, and may you do it very soon internationally, and may Vidya Vaibhav, as the name sounds, becomes as Vaibhav as possible.
Thank you. It was a very nice session, Smriti. I think we discussed each and every aspect of Vidya Vaibhav, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Good luck.